Welcome to What's the Stack? I'm Emily Connigan.
And I'm Carly Shearman. Every day as tech recruiters, we're asking the question, what's the stack? So we thought, why not bring that question to life over a stack of pancakes and ask some of our favourite tech friends what their stack is in Brisbane's iconic church turned 24/7 pancake restaurant, the Pancake Manor.
Today is a very special episode for us because we are interviewing the person who fills our snack cupboard and approves our annual leave. It is none other than Holly Hunt. Other than filling those two boxes, Holly also is the CEO and founder of two companies, Women in Digital and Hunt & Co. Holly has had a really interesting career that's taken her across the globe and has now come back to Brisbane, where she's really embedded herself as an expert in all things tech, digital, recruitment, diversity, a whole range of things.
A whole lot.
Yes. So, today we'll get right into the detail of everything related to Holly's career so far, and also
it's an exciting opportunity for us. In our short-lived career as co-hosts, we've never had the opportunity to interview our boss.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to put on the agenda.
I want to ask about Pawternity Leave.
Let's go inside and meet Holly.
Holly Hunt, welcome to What's the Stack. It's really lovely to have you here.
It is an honour to be here today.
To start us off,
Yeah.
what is the stack in front of you today?
I believe it's a short stack with grilled banana, bacon mostly for Carly,
Thank you so much.
and a side of maple.
And Holly, what is your stack?
As a technical recruiter, LinkedIn and Lucia would be where I find candidates. Job adder. We also are a Google house, so we'll use G Drive and Gmail.
Your career, quite a squiggled and varied one.
Yeah.
To begin with, we would love to hear, a career overview from you, a 60-second wrap-up of how you got to where you are today.
One way to sum it up would be a series of events that kind of led me to the conclusion that I was a terrible employee. And that self-employment was for me. It started with HR, studying HR and international business at uni. From there, I went travelling, had a number of kind of personal and professional adventures overseas. I ended up coming back to Australia after a couple of years and starting my HR career at a large recruitment agency, and just fell in love with the job. As crazy as that sounds, I know recruitment's not for everybody, but I really did love it and got into digital and technology.
Recruitment is the business that we're all in.
Yes.
And you, as a recruiter, have such a good reputation in market for, the work that you do and the outcomes that you deliver as well.
Yeah.
Were there any, deliberate steps that you took along the way to ensure that you had that really strong reputation as a recruiter of choice in market?
Yeah, you have to be very deliberate. So along the way, there's definitely been companies, candidates, and recruitment partners that I've chosen not to work with because they just didn't align to my values. Can definitely think of a few examples of people that have had amazing opportunities, leads for new jobs, or a candidate that, seems incredible, but the way that they present in market, they just don't necessarily align to my values, and, having to turn that away to go, no, I'm going to find somebody that I want to represent, that I believe in, or a company that I really want to represent and find great talent for.
The recruitment industry is one thing, but the digital industry has changed so much since you've joined.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about what it was like when you first started,
Yeah.
and what it's like today.
I guess when I first entered, you'd speak to a client who wanted to hire a digital person, and they'd say, I just don't have the budget to get a digital marketer on board. We can only, we've only got marketers or comm specialists. Companies that couldn't afford to get a software developer in-house, they'd have to use an agency. So it's incredible to go from companies that they couldn't justify why they needed a digital person, to now coming full circle, and companies just can't get enough specialists who are niche down into certain areas like customer experience or data, DevOps. It's just completely transformed. We're really in a product led world now, and COVID's really changed the landscape that we're in. All organizations have to have a really impressive digital footprint. And organisations are now, if they do have a traditional kind of bricks and mortar presence, that needs to be complemented by an incredible online presence. So there's complexity in that, how people interact with brands and companies.
And I do think it's worth noting for those playing along at home, this isn't a Benjamin Button type situation, like you are still quite young. It's more just symbolic of how much the industry's changed in the last 7 to 10 years.
We would love to hear about the businesses that you have founded
Yeah.
and are CEO of.
Okay, absolutely. So Hunt & Co, I'll start there. Hunt & Co is a digital recruitment agency, boutique focused on working with scaling SaaS companies. We work across a number of roles: digital marketing, sales, software development, of course a lot of software development,
Yes.
product, design, UX, UI. So we're sort of full service, helping organisations to build fantastic digital teams.
And then Women in Digital. Tell us a bit about that.
Women in Digital started, 7 years ago now, an organisation focused on empowering women through technology. And what that looks like is events. So we do events where we bring great speakers and our community together. We do Women in Digital Awards to celebrate industry leaders, and ultimately sharing resources for women in the broader community to encourage them into technology career paths.
What emerging tech trend or digital trend are you particularly excited about that's emerging at the moment?
There's so many. So many. I think one thing that I get really excited about is blockchain. And I guess what I love about blockchain is the opportunity to protect IP. So for artists, musicians, the ability to kind of encrypt and I guess send digital assets in a really safe way. I think that's really cool. And, creatives typically, I guess traditionally, haven't necessarily been protected for their work. So I think that's a really cool application of blockchain and something that's got a lot of opportunity moving forward.
Amazing. In terms of attracting great candidates, besides obviously having a great recruitment partner, what else can you do to kind of make sure you are the go-to choice for terrific candidates, whether that be in software engineering, product marketing, or those other areas you've already discussed?
Yeah, with this talent shortage, it's something you have to be very intentional about. I think something that we regularly speak about is the importance of HR in the business and HR becoming a partner to those hiring managers, so that HR can really translate what candidates are looking for. Naturally, candidates are looking at the moment for flexible work. That's kind of number one. The ability to work remotely or in the office, kind of dictate their hours and their location of where they work. The other thing that's really important is whether or not they're working on something they care about. So I think through COVID, we've seen a great reflection, of course, a great resignation, but there is a great reflection on what candidates actually want to do with their lives. And a lot of candidates have decided that they want to be contributing to a better world. So, one thing that we say in the office a lot is you don't need to be curing cancer, but you do want to know that you're not negatively contributing to the world. So if there is an organisation that has those, are there other things that you can do as a team? Can you go out volunteering together to, have that positive impact?
Finish this phrase. The way to my heart is...
Through pizza.
Nice.
Oh.
Hypothetically, you're on The Amazing Race and you have to pick a partner. Do you take Carly or Emily?
I'll take Carmely
It's not an
hybrid.
option. Go again.
I'll say Carly because I think I've seen you in the awards and you're great at helping me cover up any challenges that I have.
What is your favourite emoji?
Favorite is probably just the...
It's fun.
It's fun. It's okay.
What's been your favourite age so far?
Now.
Wow.
My age now. Every year just gets better and better.
Wow. Holly, Huntley, Tattersall.
Yes.
Can I please take some Pawternity Leave?
You can have about 3 days, which is what I had.
Holly, the final question for today. What do you love about having a career in tech?
There's so much to love, and I think it starts with the people. There are so many great people in technology. They're all incredibly intelligent. They're all doing interesting things and all transforming businesses and solving world problems. So I think it has to start there. Technology can take you absolutely everywhere. A career in technology, you could travel the world, you could solve a big, world issue, or you could just work with some really great people like you two.
And what a wholesome way to wrap up. Thank you so much for coming on What's the Stack and just being a great boss. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks, Carlito. Thanks, Emily. Yay.